It's all about music. Music connects people from all over the world. It's about different cultures, and it's about respecting these cultures. I grew up in a city close to Ramstein Air Base, which is the biggest US air base in Europe as far as I know. There were a lot of Americans around, so it was like kind of a blues rock neighborhood. But from the beginning of my playing, everybody told me that it sounds like very, very much influenced by Latin music. I started thinking about this project in 2010. You know, I was writing songs, I had a couple ideas, and recorded them as demos, very, very basic demos. Everybody was really amazed. They said, wow, this is really great stuff, this is real nice music, you need to record that, get musicians and go in the studio, you need to record it and it'll be a great CD, it'll be an awesome CD. So I thought, let's do it. Who do you think of when you want the best Latin jazz players? The first one I called was Horacio Hernandez. This guy is unbelievable. His playing is so unique, and to me, in my opinion, he is the Latin jazz player on top of everybody else. He's a multi-Grammy winner, and he played with, you know, Michel Camilo, he played with Santana, he played with Zucchero, like a lot of different styles. So Horacio was my first choice.
Oh, you guys be talking in Spanish. Thank you so much for you and your family and all the people, my friends there in Germany. Hopefully to see you guys very soon. Love you.
Giovanni Hidalgo is a very, very nice guy. Besides the fact that he is the best conga player that you can get, he is so highly inspired and he's so gifted musically. It's unbelievable. And having Giovanni together with El Negro on the rhythm side, it's like 80% of your sound. That's what it is.
Cool that way?
You really don't have to talk much about Gonzalo. You know, he is a genius. That's what he is. You watch him play and you see a very, very almost perfect technique. His musical sense is so fine. His style is so unique, influenced, of course, from Cuba to his experiences all over the world. Gonzalo is amazing. It was Gonzalo mentioning that Gola would be a very good choice as the bass player. Gola was playing in Gonzalo's band for a while, so they know each other, and I think it was really important that you have musicians that know each other, because You play together for like 2 days or 3 days, and in that case, I thought it's good having people together that are used to each other. Getting these people together is kind of like a miracle. You know, these guys are on the road almost all the time. They tour all over the world. It's almost impossible to have these people on the same time in the same country. So it really looked like this project was meant to be. After I had the musicians together, I had to find a studio that fits my needs. You need a big recording room. You need, of course, very, very good recording gear. All these musicians, they live in Miami area. So there was only one choice to go, and that's the Hit Factory. After 6 months emailing, thousands of phone calls, organizing drums, piano, percussions, hotel rooms. After all these organization stuff, I finally was sitting in a plane direction Miami. Of course, the plane was delayed. I got stuck in Philadelphia for 9 hours, and finally 3 o'clock in the night I was in Miami. Miami is a great city. I have never been there before. I had one day to, drive around a little bit, and I was doing some toury stuff, of course. The Hit Factory in Miami is an amazing place for people that like recording gear or that like recording history. You walk through the rooms and there's gold records everywhere. I mean, they exist since the 50s or something like that, and everybody recorded there, from Frank Sinatra or Dave Brubeck. Michael Jackson was there. The Eagles recorded Hotel California there. I think there's almost nobody who wasn't at the Hit Factory. The recording room at the Hit Factory is huge. We had drums and percussion sitting in the big room. We had an isolation booth for bass, and we had an isolation booth for the piano. When you watch these guys playing while they warm up, this is pure fun. Pure fun.
My people from Germany too.
The feeling they have, the flow they have is awesome. These guys are so gifted.
Everybody ready?
Again, it was Gonzalo who mentions that Carlos Alvarez would be a good engineer. Carlos is a multi-Grammy winner who did some really good recordings with, I don't know, Julio Iglesias. He worked with Busta Rhymes, and I think he recorded Gonzalo before. So again, we had people that know each other. I really liked the idea having Carlos Alvarez. And he was a very, very nice guy. Unbelievable engineer. I mean, I was sitting at the board, listening to his sound, and I really was amazed. Back home in my studio, it was really fun playing to these guys' recordings. They really changed my way of playing. Like, in the beginning, you could really tell this is like, there's these Cuban guys and there's the German guy. You really could hear it. It's a, like I said in the beginning, it's a culture thing. But these guys make you change your playing. During the recording of the guitar, I found out that on one track, I didn't want to have an upright bass. I thought that an electric bass would sound much better. So I called up a friend of mine, Marcus, and asked him if he wants to do some bass work on that one song. And we had a really nice day in the studio, and he did a great job. After finishing the guitar work and everything else in my studio, I listened to the tracks and I thought that it should have some more, you know, shakers and cowbells, timbales, things like that. So I was thinking about who's the best one to call. And there's 3 or 4 percussion players in Germany which are on top of everybody else. And one of them is Roland Pyle. I gave him a call, and after he heard the names of all the other musicians who were involved in the project, he was, you know, right there. He was, I mean, the next day he was in the studio. And he did a great job. He really did a great job. The thing was that I wanted to keep that kind of, you know, live feeling. So we didn't do a lot of tracks having him doing first shaker here, cowbell there, whatever, effects there. What he did is he set up the whole percussions and he played them live to the recorded music, which gave the whole thing a very, very unique atmosphere that both of us really liked. Now, after all the recordings were done, it was the question who's gonna mix it. And of course, there's good studios and good engineers in Europe. I thought Carlos should do it. He was there. He felt the magic of the moment when the recordings were done. He will remember the atmosphere. So I guess that let him do in the mix would be the best choice. Musically, this was the most exciting, the best thing ever happened to me. So stay tuned, watch out for the CD, and I hope to see you live.